Good morning, everyone. We are from Seven Group. We'll present our discussion about integration of risk-based forensic auditing in the technical front in educational fund disbursement. With me, Fitri Faiza, and our friends,
Asmadini Asamila.
I'm Awas Apapun.
The risk assessment of PT Edukopal Mandiri revealed a number of issues that could potentially undermine the reliability of its financial and operational reports. Particularly in the management of POS and PIP funds, three discrepancy in PIP funds reporting of 10.5 billion comparing to the third-party confirmation result of 92 billion, and 12 out of 50 PIP transactions do not have valid proof of payment, indicating with internal controls and potential fraud. The risk is further exacerbated by affiliate transaction in which EGM purchased digital books from a company owned by one of its director at a price 20% above market value. The Database system also lacks an audit trail, making it prone to the student data manipulation, the lack of audit documentation, and the procurement of digital book without open tenders increase the possibility of irregularities. Pastel analysis confirmed that external political, economic, social, technological, and environmental and legal factors also contribute to the risk, requiring EGM to improve compliance, transparency, and systems strengthening to ensure that public fraud management remains accountable.
I want to explain my report about audit sampling. The audit forensic is focused on preventing major errors in PT Edu Global Mandiri's financial statement, particularly those related to government fund and affiliate transaction due to high risk and weak internal controls. The audit advertised control evidence in accordance with ESA 530 and ESA 240. The main access include enforce distribution of PIP fund of 10.5 billion rupiah, procedure of digital books by PT Diguna Nusantara worth 7.2 billion rupiah, and third, converted income 5.8 billion rupiah, and last, student data entity coding system, analysis of affiliate transaction, and governance check. Edu Global Mandiri or EGM committed serious violation in affiliate transaction with PT Diguna Nusantara, a company owned by one of its directors. A conflict of interest thus because the director approved the purchase at 20% above market price with a later process causing loss to AGM. This action violated the limited liability company law in Article 102 and 104 and potentially involved element of concurrence and money laundering, weak interest control, and governance caused losses the company, the community briefing for education fund.
Audit technology increases investigative effectiveness by rapidly detecting anomalies shown by outlier analysis that stage 12 unsupported PIP transaction, and therefore allow deviation indicating manipulation. Digital forensic also exposed 25 unauthorized data changes and procurement contracts created within hours, suggesting conclusion. These tools combined with auditor expertise significantly improve fraud detection by revealing hidden digital evidence. Following ISA 230, the documentation must be clear, timely, and sufficient to support procedure and conclusion. At PT Edu Global Mandiri, working paper PIP 1 identified 1.0 billion discrepancy and 12 unsupported transactions, while PIP 2 revealed overpriced procurement and contract without open tender through metadata review. This record ensured that strong audit trail and reinforced audit assessment and evidence quality. Fraud prevention can be strengthened through the e-procurement for transparency (RBIA) to focus on high areas and ethic and anti-fraud training, the reinforced internal control, establishing a dedicated internality control unit for that enables anomaly detection and accountability. Combine this measure provide a robust framework for preventing future irregularities.
Next are the relevant technical procedure. From the first finding of a 50 PIP transaction case, 12 transactions did not have valid receipt documentation. The relevant POC procedure include inspection, interview, and observation. The second finding showed that out of 100 digital book purchased, 35 were purchased at price higher than the average market price. The relevant POC procedure include inspection, performance, interview, and observation. Next are the relevant substantive procedure. For the first finding, there is a discrepancy in the PIP funds. IJM report disbursement amounting to 10.5 billion rupiah, while the bank confirmed only 9.2 billion rupiah. The relevant procedure include confirmation, re-performance, watching, and analytical procedure. For the second finding regarding related party transaction, IJM purchased digital book from PT Diligent Nusantara, a company owned by one of IJM directors. The purchase price was 20% higher than the market rate. The relevant procedure include inspection, analytical procedure, confirmation, and disclosure testing.
Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.